Distance equals speed times time. As usual, this is one of those things that you've been doing since like 4th or 5th grade, but you've just never seen written in this format. If we converted it to the units we used and used land-based units, you could write, miles is equal to miles per hour times hours. And then if you were to rework the algebra here, you'd realize that this is literally just the definition of miles per hour. However, we write it this way because we're not talking about miles and miles per hour. We're talking about nautical miles and knots. And it's just easier to then write that as D equals S times T. Ultimately, though, it's all the same math. If you go 10 miles at 5 knots, how many hours is that going to take you? It's going to take you 2 hours, obviously. And you can work that around any way or the other. Now, for some of you that might be a little further along in TNAV or something, you'll be confused because this is not how it's normally written, even though I said it was. And for the reason there is if you're ever doing a chart plot or something, you're not too worried about hours because you're kind of working within a matter of like 15 to 20 minutes between any given fix, maybe only 6. So then hours isn't a helpful unit. So the most common form that we actually operate with is 60D equals S times T, read as 60D street. That's just the easiest way to remember how to say it. What the 60 does here is it converts the hours to minutes so that any calculation you do through this format can then automatically give you time in minutes or use time in minutes as opposed to hours. So if you went, how far would you go if you said, for instance, going 10 knots for 18 minutes? Well, if you do the equation backwards, 10 times 18 is 180, divided by, I'll write that out there, 180 divided by 60, you would go 3 miles.